Hey Capricorn, welcome to your reading. So, are you alive, Capricorn, after 2020? Wow, because you and Cancer really had it coming for you, right? So we had so many things happening in your sign throughout the whole year, so many big conjunctions, and also all the eclipses have been happening in the Capricorn axis, Capricorn Cancer axis, right? And we are now ending the year, so I wanted to take a look at the energies, how you guys are doing, now closing the year of 2020 and starting 2021. You had the final Pluto conjunction last month with Jupiter going on in your sign, and I know that it has been heightening all the deep hidden stuff within you, right? It's the first house. So it's how you see yourself, how you interact with the world, how you perceive reality. And when we have this Pluto-Jupiter conjunction in there, it just heightens it. Because Pluto brings it back from the depths, you know, it just brings all the dirt from there. And then Jupiter expands it and gives us the opportunity to look into it and to overcome it. And now we also have the solar eclipse happening in Sagittarius. Now tomorrow, at the moment that I'm recording this video, is going to happen tomorrow. And it's in your natural 12th house. So again, more unconscious stuff coming up to the surface, because that's what the 12th house is about, is our unconscious mind. What is in there is hidden from us, okay? So I think that this new moon in there, it will give you a lot of perspective. It will just bring it to the surface for you so that you can start something new, okay? And as I say that, I've also been talking with the other zodiacs about Chiron. And Chiron, wherever we have our Chiron, it's the archetype of the wounded healer. It's a wound that doesn't matter how hard we try, we never seem to heal. We just never seem to heal from it, okay? And right now, Chiron is in Aries. So we feel an inability in asserting ourselves, in taking leadership, in taking ownership. With Chiron in Aries, okay? And it's also happening in your 4th house, because that's where you have Aries, counting from your sun sign. So if you have a Capricorn ascendant, it's even more true to you. But if you have a Capricorn sun, then it's also happening in your natural 4th house. And the 4th house is also a house of our inner workings, okay? So if you look at the zodiac wheel, the 10th house is the top of the zodiac wheel. That's where the sun was in its highest point on the date that you were born. So the moment the sun reached the peak in the sky, that's where you have your 10th house cusp. And the 4th house is the opposite. So it's where it's dark, okay? So it's the darkest part of us. One of our most intimate sides is in the 4th house. And you have Chiron going on there. So you see how strong is this theme of unconscious for you this whole year, of how much your inner workings have been stirred up and brought to the surface. And I can see that in your reading. So stepping into the reading, we have the 7 of Air, which is the 7 of Swords in the regular tarot. And the 7 of Air is a card of walking on eggshells. And I know that for many readings we see the 7 of Swords as something very deceiving. But here I don't see it as deceiving for you. It's more you're trying to do something, but you're walking on eggshells. And I think that it makes total sense, because after this whole year, after everything that has been going on in your sign, I think that you are a bit scared of where you're going. You're a bit scared of where you're stepping, because every time you step onto something, there's a high chance that it's just gonna break and shatter under your feet and you're gonna fall. So I can see that with the Seven of Air here, there is a holding back aspect to it, an insecurity towards moving forward because of everything that has been happening. It's, even though you didn't get the Nine of Wands here, and the Nine of Wands is my PTSD card, I do feel a bit of a PTSD sense here, and you're just being very extra careful with everything that you're doing right now. Okay, and I can see why. I do see the Lovers in the reverse and the Star in the reverse, right opening your right opening your reading here. So I see both of them in the reverse, and the Lovers in the reverse and the Star in the reverse tells me that in the past you feel like you didn't make the best decisions for yourself. The Lovers can also indicate a relationship that came to an end, but I don't see this only as a relationship here. I see this more as your choices. The Lovers is a card of Gemini, and Gemini is about the different paths that we take in life. It's a dual sign. So there's this and there's that. Gemini wants to have their hands a bit on everything. And with the Lovers in the reverse here, I feel that you are wondering about many of your choices, if you have made the right choices in the past. So it's like you're going back mentally into everything that you have been choosing so far in the last few years and wondering, what if you had made a different choice? Where would it have led you? Especially with the Star in the reverse, because the Star is a card of trusting ourselves, is a card of trusting our own star, our inner star, is letting it guide us. So look at the Star here as the guiding star that just leads you your way, okay? You can trust it. Your heart will take you where you're supposed to be. But with it in the reverse here, I see that you're not so confident anymore about the path that you have chosen in the past for you. And you are wondering, would I be in a different place right now if I had chose something else? How would things be? Did I make the right choice? And there's a lot of it going on, because then right after the Star in the reverse, we also have the Justice in the reverse. And the Justice in the reverse talks about an inability to accept the place where we are at, because the Justice in the upright talks about it is what it is, you know? We are here, we are exactly where we are supposed to be. We are having exactly what we are supposed to have. There needs to be this sense of acceptance, a sense of justice, of balance, as things are exactly as they are supposed to be. But with the Justice in the reverse, I think that you feel that wherever you are right now in your life, that's not where you want to be. So that's making you question all your past decisions. Okay? And with the Lovers in the reverse here, and actually I want to show you also this. So we have the Lovers in the reverse, and then we have the Ten of Wands in the reverse, and then we have the Five of Pentacles. And I feel that some of these choices that you made are decisions that you took and things that you left behind because you just wanted to get rid of the burden. They have been a burden for you. So some of these things, they were just waiting on you too much, and you decided to leave them behind. And even though you were taking this burden out of your shoulders, and it was making you feel more relaxed for a moment, you know, like it was a bit of, okay, I did the right choice. Right afterwards, I think you entered in a state of scarcity, in a state of being deprived of something, of not having enough, of being left out, you know. And it's not like someone left you out in the cold. It's more as if you made choices that led you to leaving yourself out in the cold. This is what I'm getting from it, okay? And with the Star in reverse, it's interesting because right under it, we have the Six of Pentacles. But the Six of Pentacles for me is very similar to the Justice. It's a mini Justice, okay? I see it as the Justice in the Minor Arcana. And it's at the same time that you feel that you're not where you're supposed to be, and you think that things are just not fair right now. Not that they are not fair, not that you are being put under an unfair situation. Maybe some of you are, but it's more thinking that that's not the image that you had for your life. The Six of Pentacles tells me that you're trying to bring that balance back. So you're trying to bring it back into you, into your life, what it is that you thought your life had to look like. Capricorns can really be achievers, right? And you guys are the goat. And the goat climbed the highest mountains. They climb it very slowly. After all, you are a Saturn-ruled sign, and Saturn is a planet of delayed gratification, so it's something that you really need to work hard towards. But you are very focused on achievement. If you have strong Capricorn placements in your chart, you are very focused on achieving, on that status. And it's not just outward status, it's also for yourself. You need to know that you are accomplishing something. But that can put a lot of weight on your shoulders, a lot of strain, trying to fulfill the image that you idealize for yourself. And that's something that I see a lot here with all of these cards, because I don't see it so much as if you went through destructive processes and you lost everything or something like that. It's more a feeling that you're not living up to the image that you created of yourself for yourself. So it's an internal struggle here, but it's also an internal pressure. You're just putting pressure on yourself to fit in the image that you created of how your life needed to look like, how you needed to be. So with the Six of Pentacles here, I see you trying desperately to fit in that, trying to bring back that sense of balance into your life. But balance for you here means I need my life to look like I want it to look, how I dreamed it. I need my life to be what I dreamed. And in a way, I don't know how you're doing it, because we have the Six of Pentacles right next to the Seven of Cups in the reverse. And even though I usually like the Seven of Cups in the reverse because it points out to a lack of confusion, in your reading here, do you see here in the Seven of Cups that you have 7 cups and they have fortune, they have gems and everything, but in the middle there is a spiritual figure covered in a veil. And for me, the Seven of Cups is also a quest for the divine, but for the divinity within ourselves, is our own divinity. And here it's in the reverse. So okay, actually I'm getting something else. What I'm getting here is that for some of you, you might be thinking, if spending your whole life trying to achieve something concrete in the outer world, trying to get that promotion, trying to get that job, trying to get that relationship, if that was really bringing you happiness. And if not, I see some of you stepping into your spiritual quest. I see you turning these worldly achievements in order to fight, in order to seek spiritual awareness, spiritual development. Because the material is just not satisfying you that much anymore. The material, the money, the job, the accomplishment, the status, the popularity is just not bringing you happiness. So you're turning your mind towards that which brings you spiritual fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. So this is something that I see for some of you. And I think that, and especially if you're watching for someone else, if you're a cross watcher and you're watching for someone else, it could also be that this Capricorn here is actually still lost in all the worldly achievements and forgetting what it is that really matters, the achievements and the development that really matters. which in this case here would be the spiritual one. And this can definitely tie with that Five of Pentacles. We also have the Five of Pentacles with the Page of Cups right at the bottom of your reading. And I think that what's missing here for you, this sense of feeling left out in the cold, is spiritual emptiness in a sense, you know? It's just that the material doesn't fulfill you. So it doesn't matter how much you have right now, you still have that feeling of emptiness on the inside. There is still something that is lacking. So the Seven of Pentacles here talks to me about someone who, even though they have everything, with the Seven of Cups in the reverse, they still feel empty, they still feel a sense of lack. And I'm not saying that you have everything, you know, but it's like you have whatever you thought you needed to have in order to be happy in the past. Okay, so in the past, you had an image of what you needed to have in order to be happy, and now you have that, and it's still not fulfilling you. There's still something missing. And I think that you're ending this year still with this feeling of quest. A quest for something that fulfills you. Also with the Page of Cups here. So it's a moment of curiosity and looking and searching for what it is that will bring you emotional happiness. But we also close your year with the Five of Cups. So with the Five of Cups here, I think that you are not yet detached from these feelings. I think you are still closing the year of 2020 and entering 2021 in this lower vibration of not feeling fulfilled. And I'm sorry for saying that to you, Capricorn, because I wanted to end your reading well and with something good for you, but I think that you are still in the process for that. And I have to be honest here with you. So I think that you are still ending 2020 and entering 2021 kind of mourning the life that you thought you wanted, but now you're starting to wonder if you really wanted it. And maybe you did, but wondering if you still want it. So I'm gonna get some oracle cards for you. Let's see, I'm gonna get one Angels and Ancestors card. Okay, that's interesting. I think I got two here. Yeah, no, I got a few, but I'm only gonna keep this one. And I want to get two more for you. So I'm gonna get, which deck is this one? Wisdom of the Universe, I think. No, Wild Offering. Okay, actually the two of them want to come together. So I'm gonna keep both for you. Okay, so first we have be open to healing information. And it ties to me with this spiritual quest, okay, for your true meaning, for that which is not material, but that will bring you more emotional abundance in your life. And then we have two cards that I'm going to read for you, okay? So first we have solitude. Once you embrace the inner divine and your own sacred solitude, the right people arrive at the right time, exactly on schedule, without forcing or chasing. So even though you are an achiever, Capricorn, and you like to set your goal and move towards it, I think that there is a lot of waiting here. Still, because you're still going through all the changes that have been happening, this cycle is still closing down for you. And it makes sense that you started the reading with the Seven of Air. So there is that sense of walking on eggshells, indeed, because the situation is not yet certain to you. It's still unraveling, okay? But you need to allow the time for things to come to you so that you can have better clarity from it, okay? And that you can have a better clarity towards regarding what makes you happy, what brings you emotional happiness. Then we have work. I'm now available to receive all who can benefit from my work. Use me to relieve suffering on the planet. May all who need me find me. The divine is my complete source for all prosperity and will provide. And that brings to me, if you have been thinking of how can you put your work at service to others, but not at service to I'm sorry, not at service of yourself, of your company, of your employer, but to society. Okay, so how can you give back to society without gaining directly from it? You know, how can you do some sort of volunteering work? Or if you like to work with tarot, or if you're a healer or anything like that, also because of this, be open to healing information. So that also makes me wonder if some of you have been thinking about becoming a healer, an energy healer, or even a doctor or something like that. Okay, so with the work card tied to it, it talks to me about how can you give it back to society. So how can your work, how can your gifts, how can your abilities be given back to society? How can it be put at service? Okay, and this might be something interesting for you to think about now at the end of this year. So that's all I have for you, Capricorn. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next month in the reading of January. Take care. Bye bye.